It'd be easy for me to tell you about the Romany people. Some people might think it easy if they'd read about them. But I've not only read about them, I've been a student of their magic too. And what I'm about to show you is a combination of the reading that I've done and the magic that I've studied. Not something many people do. The story of the Romany migration through Europe is something that can really only be learned from reading. It might occasionally be heard on the radio or seen on television, but not very often. So it's here for the first time in history. It can be seen and heard using magic. Magic to make it both enjoyable to listen to and watch. Using the magic that they brought with them, the magic they introduced into Europe, and the magic they're renowned for. There's no better way to show and tell the story of the Romany migration that's ever been seen displayed in such a way as this before. This is a map that shows where they comes from. It shows their migration, the paths they took through Europe. Oops, you don't have to cross my palm with silver, I've already got a coin. But I'm not going to use this map to show you, because this is something you'd find in books. Instead, I'm going to use something else that they brought with them and introduced into Europe. Their very own storybook, a pack of cards, I'll show you. 52 cards, 52 pictures, 52 stories. But I'm only going to use 4. The aces. And I want you to imagine that these 4 aces are 4 groups of travellers. It's known that the travelling people of old left their homeland of northern India around the beginning of the 9th century, that their migration took them westward through Afghanistan and Persia, and all the way as they went, they camped in tents. They sang and they danced and they played their music, and they read palms, telling fortunes, with the cards as well, of course. And this was always for a piece of silver. I'll show you. On reaching the Caspian Sea, they split into these different bands. The northern tribes went up the Euphrates and the Tigris rivers. Some went to the Black Sea, others through Syria. But the majority of them, they went through Turkey. And all the way as they went, they camped in tents. They sang and they danced and they played their music. They read palms, telling fortunes, with the cards as well, of course. And this was always for a piece of silver. Others went through Palestine and Egypt, but the southern group went along the North African coast to Gibraltar. From there they crossed into Spain. And the group that passed through Turkey, they crossed the Bosphorus into Greece and the Balkans, and all the way as they went, they camped in tents. They sang and they danced and they played their music, and they read palms, telling fortunes, with the cards as well, of course. And this was always for a piece of silver. From there they went into Central Europe. They became known as Gypsies. By 1427 they'd arrived in Paris and have since spread throughout the continent. But they still, and they always will, come together like a knife splitting water.